Yo, what's up everyone, Starry right here, and welcome back to another NFL predictions video. Week 12 was a lot of fun. We had some really good Thanksgiving games. All the Thanksgiving games were really close and a lot of fun. My favorite of the Thanksgiving games though was the Bills versus the Lions. I picked the Lions to win the game and they came so close to winning the game, but Josh Allen and the Bills were just too much. You know, they're just too good, honestly. The Sunday games were just as good though. The game that I had the most fun watching was the Ravens versus the Jaguars. I gave the Jaguars no chance of winning that game. Trevor Lawrence shut me up and proved that he can be a quality franchise quarterback. And that's just another heartbreaking loss this season for the Ravens. So yeah, man, week 12 was a lot of fun. However, I think week 13 is going to be a little bit better just because there's some matchups that have some implications for the playoffs. Some returning players like Deshaun Watson and the Dolphins versus the 49ers should be a blast. So yeah, I'm excited for week 13. Before we get into the picks, make sure you like and subscribe so you do not miss out on any more NFL videos and you do not miss out on the Steelers recaps that we do weekly as well. All right, let's get into the first game this week. Thursday Night Football, Buffalo Bills versus the New England Patriots. The Bills have been up and down this season. Like I said, they almost lost to the Lions. You know, the Lions haven't been that good. Their defense isn't that good. And it was a close game. And the Patriots have a really great defense. The Patriots also played on Thanksgiving against the Vikings, and it was kind of close. The Vikings won, but it was kind of close for a little while. The Patriots defense is able to keep them in games. So yeah, this one is going to be very close, I believe. However, I'm going to take the offensive power of the Bills over the offensive power of the Patriots. So yeah, give me the Bills. We move on to the Sunday games, and the first game on this list is the Steelers versus the Falcons. The Steelers are coming off a really great team win against the Colts on Monday Night Football. A win that I'm very happy with and a win that I think they're going to be able to take into this game against the Falcons. The Falcons were in a close game with the Commanders. It was 13-19. They lost. They almost had a chance to win it in the fourth quarter. Game-winning drive, and Marcus Mariota could not do it. So it goes without saying, I'm going to pick the Steelers. I think if we want to win this game, we're going to have to pressure Marcus Mariota and find a way to limit Cordell Patterson, because I think if they're going to win this game, it's going to have to be through Cordell Patterson. I like Marcus Mariota, but he doesn't do good under pressure. He kind of panics a lot and he makes mistakes. So I think if the Steelers are able to put pressure on him, we have a great chance of winning this game. And yeah, I'm going to take the Steelers. After that is the Broncos versus the Ravens. The Broncos are coming off another awful loss. They just find a way to keep on losing games. Offensively, they do not have it. They do not have it at all. They were only able to put up 10 points against the Panthers. We talked about it a little bit, but the Ravens are coming off a really heartbreaking loss, another upsetting fourth quarter loss to the Jaguars. When the Ravens needed a stop, they could not stop Trevor Lawrence at all. However, for this game, they do not need to worry about the Broncos offense. The Broncos offense has not been able to score the ball, and I don't think they're going to be able to score the ball in this game as well. And I expect a really bounce back game from Lamar Jackson. He was very upset with that loss against the Jaguars, and I expect a really bounce back, a statement game against the Broncos. So yeah, give me the Ravens for this game. After that is the Green Bay Packers versus the Bears. In this matchup, both quarterbacks are dealing with injuries. Aaron Rodgers got hurt in the Sunday night game against the Eagles, and Justin Fields got hurt 2 weeks ago and he missed last week's game against the Jets. As of recording, there is no news if Justin Fields will play this game. However, there is news that Aaron Rodgers will likely play this game. He spoke on the Pat McAfee show saying that he expects to play this game, so I'll take his word that he's probably going to play this game. I think the Bears should really just rest Justin Fields, let him get healthy for next season. This season's already over. They have no chances of making the playoffs, so they should shut him down and, get prepared for next season, because they really do have a chance next season with Justin Fields. I believe so. So with that being said, I'm kind of assuming that they're probably not going to play him this week against the Packers. And because I'm assuming that, I'm going to be taking Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Aaron Rodgers really does own the Bears. So yeah, give me Aaron Rodgers for this one, especially if Justin Fields is not playing. After that is the Jaguars versus the Lions. As we mentioned already, the Jaguars have a great win, fourth quarter win against the Ravens. And the Lions lost a close game to the Bills on Thanksgiving. This one's hard for me to pick, I will not lie. Both teams are kind of equal. I liked what I saw from Trevor Lawrence in the Ravens game, and I also liked what I saw from Jared Goff in the Lions game. I think I'm just gonna go with my gut and pick the Lions for this one. There's no real rhyme or reason. I'm just gonna pick the Lions because I just kind of favor them a little more than I do like the Jaguars right now. After that is probably gonna be the most talked about game of the week, the Browns versus the Texans. This is the Deshaun Watson comeback game. Watson couldn't pick a better time to come back because the Texans suck. They really do suck. Even if Deshaun Watson wasn't playing, if Brissett was quarterback, I would still pick the Browns. And with Watson in, I think this is going to be a shutout. Now, don't get me wrong, there can be some rust on Watson, but I think that even if he doesn't carry the team, I think they're still going to win. They still have Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, so they can really rely on them if they have to, if Watson is not up to par, I do expect some rust on Watson, but I don't think the Texans are going to be the team that he really shows that rust with. This is going to be a really fun game, and I'm excited to see what happens, how the story goes. Who knows? Watson may be really bad, and, they look better with Jacoby Brissett. We got to see. I could be banking on Watson's, Texan days a little too much, but we got to see. It's going to be a must-watch game for this week for sure. After that is the Jets versus the Vikings. This is going to be another must-watch game of the week. The Jets are moving past Zach Wilson. They are with Mike White now. Mike White had a decent showing. I would say a good showing against the Bears. Now, I only say it's a good showing because it is the Bears. The Bears have one of the worst defense in the league. And I said in last video that as Zach Wilson played against the Bears, I feel like he would ball out the same as Mike White. So yeah, I'm not buying that much stock in the Mike White start. He did look good. He fit the ball in some really tough places and he threw some touchdowns, but I would like to see him do that against the Vikings. The Vikings have been up and down this season, but they did beat the Patriots, one of the better defenses in the league, and they face another good defense this week against the Jets. So yeah, this one is going to be interesting. But because I'm not too high on Mike White, I'm going to be taking Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. I want to see Mike White prove it against one of the top tier teams in the NFC. So yeah, give me the Vikings for this game. After that is the Commanders versus the Giants. Commanders are coming off a fourth quarter win against the Falcons, and the Giants are coming off a Thanksgiving L against the Cowboys. This game's going to be very interesting. It is a divisional matchup. For this matchup, I'm going to be picking the Giants. I just like the team a little bit better. I liked what they shown on Thanksgiving more than I did with the Commanders against the Falcons on Sunday. So yeah, give me the Giants for this one. After that is the Tennessee Titans versus the Philadelphia Eagles. This is going to be a really good matchup. The Eagles are coming off the 40-point win against the Packers, and the Titans are coming off a heartbreaking loss against the Bengals. A game that they should have won. They really had a chance to win it if they didn't get a penalty at the end of the game to give the ball back to the Bengals. Even though Mike Vrabel gets his team ready, I'm still going to pick the Eagles for this one. I've been saying that the Eagles are Super Bowl contenders, and this is the type of opponents they gotta face and win. So yeah, I'm going to be taking the Eagles because I think that if they're going to be Super Bowl contenders, like I believe, they got to beat the Titans. The Titans, one of the better teams in the league. So yeah, give me the Eagles though. I feel like this one's going to be maybe close. I think this one's going to come down to the end like the Bengals game, but I'm taking the Eagles. After that is the Seahawks versus the Rams. The Seahawks are coming off an overtime loss against the Raiders. They didn't even get to touch the ball in overtime because Josh Jacobs just ran it up the middle for a touchdown, and that was the game. But before overtime, they looked pretty decent. I will not lie. Geno Smith made some throws, Geno Smith has been consistently good. And the Rams are coming off a loss to the Chiefs without Matthew Stafford. Now, I don't even know if Matthew Stafford is going to be back for this game, but I don't even think it matters. I'm going to pick the Seahawks either way. I just like what the Seahawks are doing this year, and they look like a really solid team. So yeah, give me the Seahawks. After that is the Dolphins versus the 49ers. This one's going to be fun, man. This one's going to be a lot of fun. Mike McDaniels is facing his old team, and the 49ers have a really great defense this year. The knock against Tua is that he hasn't faced any top tier defenses, so this is going to be the challenge of the season basically. I wasn't a Tua believer coming into the season, but Tua showed me some stuff this year that I can really get behind. You can say it's all Tyreek Hill and Jaden Waddle doing all the work, but I think Tua is also a part of that. He's making the balls, he's completing the throws, he's getting it to them. So I don't know what more you can ask for them. I'm going to be picking the Dolphins for this game. It took a long time for me to really decide who I want for this game because it's a high-key matchup. It's going to be a great one. So yeah, this one was really hard to pick. The Tua offense versus the defense, it's hard to pick, but I'm going to pick Tua. I feel like they may just have one move. They just need one break, and I feel like they may be able to get it. I don't know. We got to see this game. It's hard to pick. It's really 50-50 for this one for me, but I will be picking the Dolphins. After that is another great matchup, the Chiefs versus the Bengals. Both teams won on Sunday. This is a high-key matchup for Joe Burrow. The Bengals are most likely going to have Jamar Chase and Joe Mixon back for this game. So the Bengals are going to have all their offensive weapons for the Chiefs, which is going to be very, very exciting. And the Chiefs, I don't even think I need to really talk about the Chiefs are the Chiefs. They're like Mr. Consistent. You know what you're gonna get with the Chiefs every week. And with that being said, I'm gonna pick the Chiefs for this one. I do like the Bengals, but I think this is gonna be a shootout, and I'm not sure if the Bengals are able to do that yet with the Chiefs. I think that they have all the capabilities to do it, but I'm not sure, you know. I just gotta stick with what I know, and I know the Chiefs can win shootouts, so yeah, I'm gonna pick the Chiefs in this one. But I think this is gonna be a really great matchup. Who knows? The Bengals may upset. You never know, you know. It's really 50-50, just like the Miami game. So yeah, I'm excited to watch this one. After that is the Chargers versus the Raiders. We already mentioned it, but the Raiders had that great overtime win against the Seahawks, and the Chargers were in a shootout with the Cardinals. I think the score is going to be similar to the Chargers game against the Cardinals, 25-24. I feel like that's just kind of the vibe for this game. And if it's a close game like that, like I expect, I'm going to take the Chargers in this one. I just like Justin Herbert and the Chargers a little more than I do like the Raiders, though I am like kind of rooting for the Raiders secretly because I just kind of feel bad for them. But yeah, give me the Chargers for this one. Realistically, I think they have a better chance of winning. And now we move on to Sunday Night Football, the Colts versus the Cowboys. This is a super sucky Sunday Night Football, I will not lie. I don't think I really got to talk about this one. I expect the Cowboys to really take care of business against the Colts. So yeah, just give me the Cowboys winning this one very, very easily. The Colts really showed me nothing against the Steelers, so I have no reason to expect them to really compete with the Cowboys. So give me Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. And the last game of the week is the Saints versus the Buccaneers on Monday Night Football. This matchup is also kind of weak, I will not lie. The Buccaneers lost in overtime to the Browns, and the Saints looked pretty awful, putting up 0 points against the 49ers. So that goes without saying, I will be taking the Buccaneers this game. The Saints have not been good this season, and they've showed me no reason that they will be good against the Buccaneers. So yeah, give me the Buccaneers. So that is it for week 13 predictions. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment and tell me what game you're looking forward to the most this week. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.